Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome back to Data Center News Asia. James, that is a cold and bleak background before you. Which war zone are you reporting from today?
No war zone. Actually, reporting from Tokyo today. So, I'm in a 7-Eleven car park. Eagle-eyed viewers who really know the Tokyo data center market may recognize the site behind me. What makes it more tricky is what you can actually see is not the DC itself. It's actually a logistics hub beside it. So, only experts are going to get that. But anyway, here in Tokyo, happy St. Patrick's Day. You forgot to mention that, Rhys. What are we talking about today?
Yeah, we've got three stories. We've got Digital Edge partnering with Hulic. This is TY07, and that's not the data center behind you. We've got AirTrunk's sustainability loan, which I'm sure you can talk plenty about based on your background. And Colt have launched a new data center in Osaka, which I believe you'll probably be visiting next week. Is that right?
Me personally, no, but Jingwen will be, yes. So let's start with the Digital Edge story, shall we?
Actually, you didn't even mention my background, by the way. It's awesome. I'm in a hotel lobby in Taipei, and there are no press releases from Taiwan. No one's been cooperative, but I'm pretty sure we will have some news from here. So we'll save the Taiwan episode for a time when I'm not actually in Taiwan. Yes, sorry, Digital Edge. This is TY07. I actually didn't know that Digital Edge had six Tokyo sites, so maybe they're carrying on with their Equinix background with the naming conventions. This is described on the press release, James, as an interconnect-focused co-location data center. It's about 300 meters from TY02, which they acquired last year, 2 years ago. Do you have any more details on the location and the site there? I'm not sure if it's on DC Byte or.
Yeah. Well, yes, it is actually. So we actually reported on this with Hulic in May 2022. So nearly a year ago, Hulic, who are, I guess, a property development company here in Japan, they reported on this site. This site is in a DC cluster, as you mentioned, very central. It is in the Otemachi area, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, correct. They didn't give any information about size, IT load, anything like that. However, we've actually had this site on the platform for a while and previously had the listing under Hulic until an operator was announced. Jingwen, who was with me on this trip and hiding in the car, has estimated it based on size of the building, etc., to be around 4 megawatts, give or take a couple of megawatts either size of that. But yeah, I think it's obviously going to be focusing probably more on the retail side of things, with the connectivity play kind of being the selling point for this particular facility.
So this is the one that Hulic had announced they were planning to demolish a 1980s office block, and because they filed the planning application for that, but there was no word on. So this is now the Digital Edge facility, or will be.
Yes, correct. Yes,
Excellent.
correct.
All right, well, all go in Tokyo as usual. And so you're stood outside Talk 2, one of the bigger facilities coming up in Tokyo. Which part of town is this, James? I'm going to have to get the map up on screen, obviously, for the viewers, but where are you in relation to Inzai or Saitama, places people might know from regular data center views?
I guess northwest Tokyo. I wasn't actually going to disclose the site, but you have done that on my behalf. And what you can see behind me actually isn't Talk 2. It's another development, not DC related. But no, AirTrunk were in the news. They have, for a sustainably linked loan, so they've taken on another $650 million of debt to I suppose to facilitate the continued expansion of. I don't think it's specifically said, but my assumption would be Talk 1 and Talk 2, both of which are at various stages of development.
They did actually say you had to read through a plethora of press releases, but one of them said the loan is actually for the expansion of Talk 1. It's adding a 55 megawatt building to the already fairly expansive campus. But this now means all of their debt capital is tied to green loans or SLL, sustainability linked loans, which is some
and this is
$432 million of USD.
Yeah, well, I was going to say tied to power and water usage. So I understand the more efficient they get with PUE, and I'm not sure if WUE is the water metric they're using, but however they're measuring water, I understand the interest rates get lower as they perform better. So interesting. It also mentioned that two of their investors, Macquarie and PSB, had also injected an undisclosed amount. But yeah, like based on what I've seen in the last couple of days, very, very busy for them across the two sites. So yeah, I think this is again another positive development for the AirTrunk team.
Fantastic. Well, you know me, I'm a big fan of any of the sustainability related news we have here. But before I start boring the viewers with PPAs and solar stuff, there is the story from Colt, and you said that you're not visiting this, Jingwan is visiting this, but this is Keihana, which is an area, a science city in or outside Osaka, and they opened this data center this week.
Yes, yeah. So we actually missed the Colt team in Tokyo this week because they were all down in Osaka for this event. So yeah, the Keihana site, 45.9 megawatts, I think it is, once fully built out. They, in the press release, they mentioned that it's 75% released already, so that's obviously very encouraging. A couple of interesting things they mentioned. So the Colt campus in Inzai, which Jingwen and I saw yesterday, 3 buildings. This is, I think, 50 megawatts across the 3 buildings. They again mentioned 97% occupied there, and they mentioned that they were taking the lessons that they had learned from Inzai for the Osaka developments. So yeah, it seems like Colt again are a very strong position in Japan.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was interesting to list the occupancy, although I suppose when the occupancy is that high, you would want to brag about it, but congratulations to the Colt team nonetheless. And James, you're on the extreme left of the frame here, so I'm probably going to have to, in post, add the... no, it's fine. I'll put the maps on your right, depending on how this comes out. I never know how these video things actually come out in the layout, but you're giving the viewers a good shot of this undisclosed by you location in Tokyo.
Yeah, well, like I said, it was supposed to be a bit of a game to see who could figure out where I was, but you spilled the beans. So I don't know, maybe you bleep that bit, and then we still let people have their fun.
As you know, we don't. As much as we don't speculate, we also don't edit on Data Center News Asia. So this is going out as it was.
It could be a first. Could be a first.
Well, maybe. I don't know if you've got their permission. So let's see if Lisa and Robin get to this before the rest of the viewers, and they can contact us and try and force us to take it down.
Yeah, well, anyway, right.
But so your tours have been good in Japan so far.
Yes, it's been very good, very fruitful. Seeing, I don't know how many data centers, 20. We're probably on like 18 or 19 at this stage. We've got a couple of the ones out west Tokyo to do. Yeah, and that kind of brings the Tokyo leg to an end. And then, yeah, Jingwen's got more of the same next week in Osaka.
Excellent. Well, it seems based on our attire, it's a little bit warmer here in Taipei. And again, I've got no specific news here, but I can say that there are some busy construction crews in and around the new Taipei city area, and even indeed as far down as the famous Google campuses in Taichung. So hopefully we'll have lots more North Asia news coming up soon. But James, I'm going to let you go because it looks Baltic there. So, but not Baltic, of course, different part of the world. But thanks for dialing in.
No worries. Yeah, I'm not going to waste any more of my data. But everyone have a great St. Patrick's Day, and yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, sorry, I keep not mentioning St. Patrick's Day, mostly because of what you guys did to us in the rugby. But yeah, happy Friday, everyone.
See you, everyone.